Hello, I'm Elizakov, a medical intuitive and a wealth activator, and this is another episode of Inside Healing. 10 to 15 minutes of insight and healing that comes out every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight and healing. Maybe even share this episode with someone that can really use it, which, if we think about it, we can all use this episode. Because living in a world where conformity is encouraged and any kind of moving away from that, any kind of rebellion against that is canceled, is judged, is ostracized, is like cast aside. And I know not everybody knows Sinead O'Connor, but she was a rebel singer. She was always a rebel. Her goal was never for fame. And she's had a lot of trauma in her childhood, both from her mom and from the religious establishment. But this is from her. Success was making a failure out of me. What I want to say about that is that how do I want to say this properly? By all the things that were expected from her for success, she was going against defying her own essence. And that is actually the greatest suffering, because we do everything for others, whether it's the system, the school, the family, the work, the expectations that we feel collectively. We lose sight of our own heart. We lose sight of our own needs. We go further and further and further away from our aligned purpose, our aligned essence. I'm so grateful to be where I am now, but it hasn't always been this way. I had to go to university. Then I went to 2. Then I thought I had to get a 9-to-5 job, which I did. And I was actually really good at it. It took me, actually, a lot of divine intervention came through to bring me to really, okay, step up and get to know your freaking gifts. And that's how I got here. But my pushes were a bit stronger. So obviously I had a big plan that I was not allowed to defy in this lifetime. So she basically said that nobody asked her what she wanted. Sinead O'Connor. Everybody told her what she had to do to be what success was. And she was defying God. She was defying herself. And oh my God, so much suffering comes. The further and further and further you move away from yourself, the further and further you separate from your being, the greater suffering. Because when you are not connected to you, like what is it? What else is there? What else is there? You can still enjoy your job. You can still enjoy, it doesn't have to be about work. You can still enjoy the things that you do that might not be aligned for you. Well, it's gonna add up. It's gonna expand until you can't ignore it anymore. That may not be in this lifetime, by the way. So I guess this was inspired by Sinead O'Connor. I feel she was canceled. She was judged. She was ostracized. And of course, after her death, she was the greatest. She really spoke her mind. She was a powerful woman. Those words were not spoken while she was alive. While she was alive, she was shut down, canceled, ostracized. So I want to run. Just got goosebumps in my heart. I feel like this is needed for everybody. So if you are watching this and it's like, I don't need this all up, get this out of me. I need the next episode. No, I promise you, you need this. I'm going to run one for fear of authority, which can also be the system and the collective. And then I'm going to run one, it's actually quite interesting one. It's called the poppy seed syndrome. And I guess, we cut poppies, and it's that fear of getting too big, a fear of moving too much into your light of fear of being cut down. Because here's the thing as well. This happened also with Ike and Tina Turner as well. We fear other people's light. We judge it. We want a part of it, but yet we also are, because of us not being in our light, their light threatens us. I'm actually going to run 3 things today for you today. The third one will be about shining your light. Because you know what? You at your essence are so, so bright. And you have a reason to be here. And we get told from the time we're little kids through our system that this is the way we need to be and this is what we need to do. And this is what success means. Do you know what real, true success is? Living in your beauty, living in your truth, living in your authenticity, living in love. And you know what? No matter what the theme is every week, all of it is to help you come back to your essence. Because there's light, there's joy, there's contentment. And each time we don't honor that, each time we do something for somebody else, for something else, or from someone else's expectations, we move farther away from that. So this is, I guess, to celebrate who Sinead O'Connor was. And to also understand her suffering, living in this physical body when people only wanted her to be a certain way. And you know what? What made her so unique, what made her so special is that she rebelled. She shaved her head. She didn't want to conform to any form of beauty. Gosh, how much of our life is governed by how somebody looks? It's in a lot of ways what's coming through is they're saying it's shameful. It's utterly shameful. And to set free is not easy because there's a weight on us. There's a weight on our parents, our friends, everybody. So it's nobody's doing anything maliciously. There's just a weight on all of us. And how do we know that we can still be our own self, our own authentic being, and stand out and shine our light without being cut, like the puppy? All right, take a few expansive breaths. Well, there's already heart movement. If you are watching this, you're already getting the heart healing right now. Yeah. And just next exhale, just bring yourself down to the heart center, the heart of Mother Earth center. Even if you don't see anything, it's okay. Just set that intention. And once you are there, just set a clear intention to ultimately, utterly receive. And know that you are worthy to clear, know that you are worthy to live in your authentic light. However that looks, little steps is fine. It's hard. It's so hard. The pressure is huge. It's huge. So how do we stand out without the fear of being cut, without the fear of being canceled? Well, we live in such a cancel culture, don't we? How do we live boldly, sharing our light and our truth and our knowledge and wisdom without worrying what others will think? All right, so I'm starting to run fear of authority now. Poppy seed syndrome, sacred activation. They're showing you rising up to the heavens, knowing that life on earth can be like heaven on earth, which is what they're kind of relaying the message. Listen to this all the time, because the energy to conform is huge. Whew. So you may need regular clearings. And then the last one is about shining your light. We all do have that light, but it's small, it's dimmed. So this activation will start to help you. All right, accept to receive. Clearing fear of being shut down. And the other big thing about conformity is the fear of rejection. And this goes back to our primal need to belong. It's so, so important. And to be loved. And at its essence, the belonging is also about to be loved. And we'll do anything to be loved. We'll conform. We'll do this to belong, to be loved, to be celebrated. We can also be celebrated and loved and belong while honoring our truth, while honoring our essence, our authentic essence. We won't be loved maybe by everybody. And either way, you won't be loved by everybody. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody wants to see me. Like not everybody's going to enjoy this podcast, YouTube episode. So clearing the fears of authority, clearing the fears of being shut down and canceled, and shining a light, knowing that you can belong, you can be loved, even when you are shining bright in your authentic light. And you are lovable. Make your way down to the heart of Mother Earth. Just let the integration, the healing, and the grounding support you. It's a deep one. And make your way up to your heart center. Repeat these words in your mind, or actually out loud. I am fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. I'm fully back into my body, fully grounded, supported, and loved. And when you are ready, you can open up your eye. It's a deep session, I know. Save this one, do it once a week or when you feel called, and share it with someone, everybody. Because gosh, don't we all need it? There's a lot of pressure. As always, it's such a great honor. Much